So as children are gaining skill in reading, we need to have resources for them to read in the classroom. And there are numerous sort of reading, leveled reading books available. When you put these in your classroom, they should be alongside other books in the library area of your classroom. You do not need to organize these according to a particular reading level. We want it all to sort of fit together, and we can help the children find the books that are at their level. So these kinds of books that are for early emerging readers should be alongside, the rest of the school, the classroom library. So you're going to want to have as high quality literature as possible. You want to have, these ones are nice because there's a lot of repetition in the book, which just really helps the children as they're developing their reading skills. So you'd have these leveled at a pretty accessible level. And I think this particular series has, some that get increasingly more difficult and so you can find those resources. There's this reading sort of books that are kind of leveled as well that you can find, and Frog and Toad, so much fun. And so you can see, Frog and Toad has a slightly, more words on the page, but still at a really accessible reading level. Be sure that you've got nonfiction available as well as fiction for the children. As you're getting into chapter books, there's some great resources, Magic School Bus, where they're short chapter books with accessible language. And again, we live in a time right now that is so rich in children's literature, so we really can find a variety of books available to them. We don't ever want to judge a child's reading choice, because even if it's too hard for the child, supposedly, sometimes that's exactly what they need to launch into reading. So we want to go ahead and let them access whatever book, not just tell them, oh, you are only allowed to read the books in this bin because this is your reading level. We want them to, push themselves. If it's too frustrating, they'll stop. But be sure you've got a variety and that you're swapping it out, because especially when they're reading at this level, they need to repeat the book, but then it gets boring pretty quick. They need another book at this level that they can read. And so you're gonna have to have a lot of options. They don't have to be on the shelf all the time. Swap them out and keep it interesting so that the children want to read.